You ready for this one? It's time for another case of the Mondays, that's for sure. Ooh. I am Jake. With me is normally Katie, but I'm sorry to tell you guys, she's a little under the weather, and soon I will be as well. But for now, hopefully she'll show up and chat tonight. How do I sound? How do I look? And be honest. Let's put it up in the... Look at the chat. How about that? Do a little hello and welcome for you guys. A lot of people in here ahead of time, which is cool. I like that. Who was first in chat? According to what I have here, Mr. Jeff Kane, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, #1, first one in the chat. Spider Lady Kim, you're in #2, which is good as well. Actually, all of you that are here right now, which I see there's 9, you're all equally awesome. I must tell you that. Sketty Nona, thank you for showing up, and hello to you. Only Oscars, our friend June, thank you. Thank you for showing up here. New Local Austin, I'm glad you're actually here for it this time, man. You don't have to be part of the replay crew, but you know what? If you are and you're watching this on replay, we welcome you anyways. I was going to say something witty, and then it got paused in my head, which happens a lot. If you guys follow us and been watching us for a while, as we do have memberships, oh, that I just kind of like, I'm sorry for using the word, I stroke out once in a while. And that's just because, you know, brain damage. Possibly. Fathom, Alex, Mr. Alex from Fathom Aquatics is here. Thank you for showing up, my brother. Love him very much. He's a good guy. Wish I had more time to just talk and chat with you one-on-one. So I do enjoy that. We seem to always have a lot in common because we're kind of techie nerds. Definitely photo nerds for sure. Our equal admiration for photography, videography, can keep us chatting for hours on end. It's great. Yes, Sketty, I do hope that she feels better soon too. It's not horrible, but for one thing, River's awake. It's cold outside. Sometimes we bring her from the house to the garage. It doesn't take long. Bundle her up and stuff. But it's just like, she isn't feeling good. So I said, you know, it's up to you. But if you are around, at least show up and chat, which I see right here. I didn't type that. Excuse me. Which tells me that Katie is in chat, showing up under our logo here. Which is awesome. How do I sound, sweetie? How do I sound? Case of the Mondays. What do we talk about here? Anything and everything, kind of. It's a little stop because of most of us working stiffs start on a Monday, or at least work a Monday. And it's always that lifestyle of doing what you can during the weekend, being a weekend warrior, or during your days off if you have any during the week, to get things, all the things that you want done. And so it just worked out for us. We just started on doing this on Mondays, and it holds true. It's just kind of a, you know, just a little bit more relaxation. Can we just have one more day? And we just kind of gather here and talk about our days, our weekends, our week. So this is a weekly show. So I'll start it off. We had Thanksgiving meal here, as a lot of people did. Katie and her mom, Sue, which you've seen on our shorts, Find yourself a Sue. Uh, they she came over and the two of them just cooked up a storm. And I have to tell you that I have to get out of Dodge usually. I try to stay in there to take care of the baby, but between the two of them, they did an awesome job cooking a ton of food and taking care of River and managing not to kill themselves. I don't know how they kill each other. I mean, there's a lot of tension, but they know how to deal with it. And I just find it better if I just stay out of the way. So I came out here and worked on fish stuff. That's what I usually do. And checked in on them. You know, if they needed my help, they would text me, call me out here, and I would go in and certainly help. And it was a great weekend. I had a 4-day weekend, which was nice. My last employer didn't. They're still fighting to even keep Thanksgiving closed so that everyone can have a day off. I don't know, they pulled it off this year, even though I know from working there that corporate was trying to tell them to stay open because a lot of the other stores are. Excuse me. Anyhow, I'm getting off on a tangent. We had a great weekend. A lot of stuff happened here out in the fish room. I made some decisions. Katie and I, we had a great time out here over the weekend, listening to music, playing darts. We got to be on Mike, MC Aquatics, MCs, last night. And I've been playing with some of the equipment. And the reason this camera angle is not just because it's just me tonight, but I have 2 cameras set up now. So that when we have Katie back, it's going to be 2 angles. It just works better for sound-wise because I worry about we have to speak directly into the microphone for it to even like sound decent. So I worked on that. It's I have a fetish with sound equipment and doing that. I just love doing that sort of work, audio engineering, they may call it. So I worked on getting all the cords plugged into the right spots and other things. It was a busy weekend, but it was relaxing, at least for me. And most of all, I got to spend really good quality time with Katie and River. So it was great. And other people. And my daughter showed up. I have 2 daughters, 3 daughters, include River. So Mackenzie and Emily showed up with Emily's boyfriend. I know she's had boyfriends in the past, but it was like I didn't know she had this boyfriend. And I didn't ask like how long, but it's like I knew that her and Mackenzie were going to show up, and then she brings this dude. And he was very, very polite. Very, I got good vibes off of him. But I could tell he's very nervous. And I like that. You should be nervous, boy. If you're watching right now, let me tell you something. I love that little girl more than you could ever possibly imagine until you yourself have a little girl of your own. And if you ever get to that point in your life and to actually have that pleasure, let it know it's because I chose to let you live. Only if you treat my daughter right. Okay, it's a little bit creepy, but I had to say it. Mexicali's in the house. How are you today, good sir? Looks like you drew the short stick. I'm known for a lot of my drawings. Don't know if I ever drew a short one. Who else is in the chat and saying all sorts of stuff in here? I'm like, Harris is in the chat? I hope I didn't scare Harris with my weird voice and the things I said, but It's a daddy thing. It's just the thoughts that would go through my head. But I was very polite. He was very polite. It was nice. Um, my daughter's moving to Eau Claire, which is a ways away from here, but not as far as where she was when she was attending Platteville. It's on the opposite side of the state. This is a little bit closer. They found an apartment, her and some friends. She's just growing up. She's going through that, and I'm there for her. I'm happy because it's not a rundown place, and she's planning on going back to school, what she was doing before, but she'll be closer to home, closer to friends, not feeling so lonely. She's got family down there as well on her mother's side, her sister's big sister. Just things that can help her out. And it's not so far for me to come and, be super dad if I need to be. So I'm happy about that. And so they were grabbing some stuff that she's had packed up in her room here. And her boyfriend's got a big old Suburban, which is nice. It's in good shape. It's a nice. And I don't know why I keep looking up at the TV screen when I'm talking, when I should be like looking down here, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys in the eyes. I'm working on that. Anyhow, he was very helpful, very courteous. Asked if he should take off his shoes just because they're moving, things like that. I had a good first impression from him. We even took him out here and played some darts. And I don't know, it might have been his first time playing darts or something, or he was just so nervous he didn't know what to do. He threw the darts in and then kind of just stood there and turned like he was going to walk away. He's like, you got to take your darts out of the board after you're done throwing them. And Emily helped him with that. It was great. Poor kid, man. And I was just trying to be normal, me, funny, but, it was a good weekend. Red Laser. Gordon. Lurking from the car. Do you hook it up to your car speakers at all? Do you got the bass? Boom. Anyway. I want to know what Katie's saying on here. I'm trying to keep track of it. It's weird to watch it from here. 13 minutes in and 16 people currently viewing. Thank you all very much for showing up. This is always a lot better when Katie's on camera too, because kind of balances me out a little bit. Otherwise, you guys just got put up with this weird stuff, and she reins me in. That's the most exercise I've done all week. You just saw it. Jaker-size. That's what Jake said he's going to do next time, Alex. I guess that's... What is this? Oh, I'm so glad for a couple reasons. First of all, Vibes is here. I love you, man. And second of all, he chose to give a bit of his money to do a super sticker. And that's awesome. I mean, that's comes from him. And I know where it comes from, his heart. And I really, really appreciate it. Katie and I both do. Because it helps our channel grow and to keep on doing this. Because I tell you what, man, sometimes it's hard when you have a new baby and you're just kind of really gaining traction trying to do a YouTube channel. And then that kind of life, good life, gets in the way. It's a hard reality check, especially for me, to try to balance those things and not feel any negative emotions about it, because there really shouldn't be. They're two great things in my life, and if I can piece them together, all the better. And that really helps. You guys being around, supporting us, talking to us. As long as we can try to give back and show you what we've been up to, because that's what it's about. Just friends showing off our tanks, right? Thank you, Vibes. And okay, the third reason why I'm super excited about this, pay attention to this. I'm working on some stuff. Now the sound's going to be a little out of sync, but anyway, it makes my future self happy. And I went to the future, and I took my camera with, and I wanted to ask myself, like, how would you say thank you about someone like Vibes here? A friend that wants to help out and they just choose to give you some of their hard-earned cash because he works for a living. He's a working man, Vibes is. How would that make you feel? So this is what my future self said. Thank you, Vibes, for a super sticker.
Ooh, thank you for the super chat sticker.
Isn't technology amazing that you can actually go to the future now and talk to your future self? Since this is the debut of that wonderful video and Vibes, I'm going to play it again just in case you guys weren't paying attention.
Ooh, thank you for the super chat sticker.
Okay, I'm going to work on a few more of those and talk to other people, future and past selves, now that I have this ability to kind of like go through time and that. We'll see what other people have to say about other stuff that, new memberships. But for now, that's all I got. We're working on it. And thank you, Vibes. Hope you enjoyed that. So, where am I in the chat? I wanted to talk about some fish stuff too. But I want to look at some of the chat in case you guys are trying to get my attention or something. So I do what a lot of people do is just scroll up a little bit and just kind of, okay, this chat just says Brandon Garcia, you're in the house. Thank you. Branton Lycab. I call him Brant. And as always, I've got to send you your stickers, man, and pins. I'm going to like just gather up those things and like a few odds and ends I'm trying to clean up in the garage. I'm going to put them all in a box and send them to you and see, just send people my random stuff that I don't want to have anymore. I should do that. A nice little collection of junk. It probably wouldn't be junk. It'd just be stuff like excess things. Peplin says hello to Garcia and hello to you, Brian. Thank you for showing up, my man. My man. Jake, I know life is what it is. It's true. Don't let him make you think he works hard. I bet she does. See? He knows it. But wait, was that an old Jake? Yeah, it was. Were you here when I said that I went to the future, man? I took my phone with me and it still worked. I mean, I didn't get service, like I couldn't call, but I could still take pictures and videos with it, so I was still here. Still the same garage. That's why all the like settings look the same, but it was like, I don't know. The weirdest thing was that I wasn't even surprised to see myself. It was just almost like I knew it was coming. I guess, like, if it happened now, I would know now in the future to watch out for that, right? And I know what to say, which was just cool. So I had, like, that long a time to kind of work on how I was going to say it. So when the time came, it was just spot on. I was ready to go. Oh, God. Let's not talk about future and time travel anymore because it really hurts my brain. He said, hello, Sketty. Kim. Jake, just fast forward to the future. You never look better. Thank you. Good old Jake. Yep. Listen about a story about a good old Jake. Old Jake looking so good. Yeah, not bad for probably like 90 in that. Can't remember what year. I don't have like any way of like controlling the exact year. I just like can go forward or backward, and it's just kind of random. I lucked out that time. So I don't want to go back so far that I just like drop into some lava. You know, that would suck. For sure. I'm so far behind on this. Where's the end of the chat here? I don't know how you guys keep track of all this. At least you were in the future. You know, I'd like to go to Woodstock. I wasn't alive when that event happened, but I've watched video. If I could go in the past, I'd probably... My first choice would to go attend Woodstock. The first one, of course. Not the Scheist shows that were after that. What does the fox say? Oh, oh, oh. Don't, okay. Something like that, right? I don't see Katie typing too much in here anymore. That's all right. Jake is like 3 Ricos behind in chat. That's pretty bad. Moving some fish around out here. If I can move this a little bit. So the goldfish aquarium there, that 210, 220, whatever it is. I took the pleco that was in the 75 and put him in there because he was just getting too big. Causing a lot of ruckus, especially when it's time to eat. He was just being a bully. You know, I find that about those common plecos, even the other one we have in the pond. It doesn't know it's time to eat till he notices other fish are eating. Then he's like, "What do you got?" And he's just, "Give me your lunch, punk." And he just pushes them out of the way to get the food. They do a lot better with goldfish because goldfish, they hold their own. Anyways, the goldfish that we had in the 55 gallon, that's on the other side of this tank, that way, right there. Our originals, we have our 2 OGs, our 2 first fish that we kept, our goldfish. This is the biggest one in there, and then the biggest light fantail. We also put our Aranda, we put our 2 black Moors that we got from Jeff Kane in there. We had another fancy orange, like a fantail orange. Not fancy tail, but a fantail. And one that was kind of like bus shaped, like almost like koi, but it's only like 2 inches long. It looks like a mini koi. It's amazing. All from common goldfish that we bought. All the ones that we put in that 210 before were from our outside pond. But we took the ones out of the 55, put them in there, because I had to shut this 40 gallon right here. I have to shut it down. It's too much cyanobacteria. It's got flatworms in there. I don't know, the flatworm thing I can take care of, but it's not set up right. And the fish, the cichlid that we had in there was hiding in the castle that we had inside there. And I was afraid it was going to grow too big and then get trapped inside there. So I just made some arrangements. So I put them into that 55. And that's as far as I got in my rearranging for the most part. Been learning some weird stuff about spider plants, though. And only through experience. when we test, let me put this back on me. Why don't you look at me when I'm talking to you? Okay. Let me have a sip. Just a sip. I'm only 25 minutes into this. It's going to be great. I tell you what. Hey, by the way, we're only like 3 subscribers away from 600, and I haven't refreshed it. We'll talk about that later. What was I getting at? Spider plants, right? You've seen videos, if you're a person that likes to look at our past content, or if it's been following along long enough, you know that we made bogs. We made one in particular that worked with that 40-gallon. I still have it sitting in the corner. Just a simple water pump, lower rate, into one end, and like a trough of clay ball, and an output going back into the tank, and you just hang it on the wall above it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Putting the spider plants in there was our option because goldfish are very hard on plants. Even though we have those big Amazon thick-leaved plants in there, they'll chew them down eventually. They just work on it. I try to feed them enough food to keep them satisfied where they don't have to do that. So everyone knows goldfish are hard on plants. Even if you do something where you dip the roots in there, they'll chew the roots up. So plant hangers are even bad. So I had to come up with a way to keep the plants completely out of the tank. And if you go back and find that video, and if I have any moderators and they're able to search that, there's a couple that are like spider plants and shorts and whatever. Look back yourself when this is done. I want to do some more of that because the reason I bring this up is that I test our tanks with a TDS meter more than anything. If I do water changes, which is maybe once a month, I'm trying to keep up on that a little bit at a time. Mostly I keep a check on TDS and other things. I look at the fish. But as far as water testing, it's so simple for me, and I've been using that as a gauge of all the time the TDS will generally rise. It always has. And after doing a water change, it drops again. This upcoming month of water changes, I start testing a little bit more and seeing how it's going. There's 2 tanks that have actually dropped. And I've never seen that happen before. And it is only in 2 of our like 9, 10-gallon tanks that we have here. 2 of them have dropped. One was by like 30 parts per million. The other was around 20. In the matter of maybe 2 weeks of taking the spider plant cuttings and just setting them in the water, using the lid to kind of brace them so they're not fully submerged, but just their root ends. And the roots went crazy. Everything else is pretty much the same. The kind of plants I have in there, the kind of stocking. One's an angel, young angels with a couple bristles. The other is male endlers. The female endlers tank is separate. And there's no spider plants in that one went up like expected. I kind of know. I've seen it enough times to kind of know how quickly that number will rise. And every single tank that I checked in here is done what's expected, what I normally see. Those 2 dropped. With only like one that dropped 30 only has 1 plant in it. The other that dropped 20 and has got 2 of them, but they're smaller. And they're just, the leaves are only maybe that long, maybe 5, 6 inches long. That one's getting big now. I'd say almost 8 or 9 inches on some of those leaves. I know how well they can purify air. They're known for that. Judging on how well they grew with our goldfish, like in a month they'd go from tiny to just like 2 foot leaves in a month. When I had that trough bog system, could spider plants really be a real key to purifying water to the point where water changes are not needed as often? More testing is needed because I need to know the TDS thing. It just tells you parts per million or other things. There's science behind it, but really the dissolved solids or the things that are in your water, it doesn't tell you what those things are. So whether it's ammonia or anything else, you don't know that. You just count on your tank being balanced. It's an interesting thought. And I'd like to know what you guys think about spider plants. I'd like you guys to look at our videos that we have in the past during like our first year of doing this YouTube thing. Dig back in our archives and look at the stuff we did with spider plants and the results from them. And leave some comments there if you could. And it always shows up. I like checking that stuff out. I'd like to know your guys' opinions. And it's easier if you do that than to just throw them all up in chat here because it's hard for me to keep up on this. Jake, I bought a super chat. Really? Where? Oh, you did. See, that's where, he did the one for the sticker. I mean, he by my future self, but since I only have that one for now, it counts, right? Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate that. I don't know if that money was hard earned or not. I think that you probably came up across it fairly easy. Alex is one of those guys that just like, he knows how to make money. One way or another. All right, thank you very much, Alex. Here's future Jake.
Ooh, thank you for the super chat sticker.
Woo-wee indeed. Woo-wee indeed. Oh my god. So much fun. Best thing is I just like making my own self laugh. That's all this is really. It's just Jake sitting alone in his fish room with the camera pointed at him, listening to himself talk. It's like staring at myself in the mirror when I was a kid. I'd I guess, stand in front of there for hours as a kid just making faces. And just laughing at myself. Having the greatest time. It's like, you're going to be late for school. My mom didn't sound like that, but you get the point. "34 minutes in. I like to steal the little halftime show idea that I like to see Foxy's Fishes do. Halfway through, we do have memberships. The content, it's there, but it's like our regular content. We could do a lot better. I put on the description of this live stream, Too Legit to Quit. I know that a lot of you people like that song, whether you want to admit it or not, but it's a very good song. Just trying to keep ourselves focused on doing the things that we love for the right reasons. So like I said earlier, it it's not just the money thing, because the memberships are wonderful. It's the subscriptions, and then just the people that show up to watch our videos or to show up to our live streams. It's like when friends come and hang out. And who doesn't love that? But I want to take a moment to thank the members that we have, because they kind of go, whether they're able to or not, they make it happen where they give some of the money that they earn to us. And I'm not going to go over that too much, because I've talked about it in the past where I've rambled on that much about it. But we know that an honest gift, whether it's money or food or things that just a listening ear and a happy face, a smile, those sort of things are gifts. When given from the right spot of the heart, we truly appreciate it. And I believe our members do that. We have 9 members currently, at least last I saw. Let me double check here. Yep, 9 total members. So our member list at this point in time, and I'd like to give you all a shout out. They all have channels. They all should be probably people that most of you people know already. So Pepling Creek Aquatics, Foxy's Fishes, Autarky Homestead, my good friend Dave, Whizzle Aquatics, Emperor of Dirt Aquatics is Jeff Kane. We all know him. And if you guys seen his short on the update of his fish room, I've been waiting to see that, and I can't wait to see more. He's got that thing set up. Very nice. Just got to put the finishing touches on. I know how it goes. Master Aquatics just called me Eduardo, a man near and dear to Katie and my heart, is also a member. Shady Grady, Mr. Mike, a good fella as well. Jamie Palladino, super fan. She's Jamie. You just have to get to know her. You know what I mean. Craig's Catfish Cave. Craig from the land of down under. We love you, brother, and we thank you very much for being a member. Those are our members as of this point that I can tell. 9 memberships right now, and we thank you guys. Soon, I'm going to have little videos of people saying things or dancing. It might be Katie, but it most likely will just be me. Wouldn't it be great to have a Katie? There might be a Katie. Do you feel like joining us this evening? Or is it just a surprise? Alright, being weird. What is this? I didn't even see that. No, I played that for this one that's on the screen, but I didn't. 10 gifted memberships? I don't even know how to put right here. Alex. Thank you, man. What do I do for 10 gifted members? Well, I say thank you first of all. And I can't hear what. Welcome? I think Fathom was already a member. He just gifted some. I don't know who they went to because I don't know how to find that. 1 second, my throat's dry. The furnace is running. Alright, somebody came out here to visit me. But she's got to get her laptop going or else you won't be able to see her. I would move the camera, but she has her own. If you put your headphones on, I can at least get people to hear you. If you want. I don't know if your volume needs adjusting at all. No? Speak, woman.
I'm trying to get the computer set up.
Yeah? Well, that's good. Alex gifted 10 memberships, and that sidetracked me big time. That's why you guys get to see me just like sit here and go, say nothing. Whew. If I refresh this thing that I'm looking at that you can't see, which is not very exciting, it's probably something like an app on FishFam that makes this part easier. Or it rolls through on YouTube chat. Mexicali got one. You don't have to be sorry, Jamie. So, I'm trying to see if Katie's camera's gonna work. I'm sorry, guys.
It shows in the background.
Go to your settings. Go to settings. So I don't think I can change it for you. No.
You said settings. You didn't tell me.
On StreamYard settings.
Well, specify.
That's exactly where I pointed. Okay. All right, just make sure your microphone's muted.
It is.
I might have to switch this, give us a little switcheroo. How about that?
Can I get out of the settings?
Yeah.
There.
Her camera doesn't work as well. I think it's probably the computer. No sniffling now into the microphone. How are you feeling, Katie?
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Kinda. Somebody came over with a head cold to the house and passed it on. You can't move any closer.
Yeah, you can.
I can, but the mic can't. You were pulling
Oh.
on the mic.
Well, I didn't know. I just want people to hear you. So you gotta get like where your lips are almost touching it, because that's how I have it set.
You make it so I have to kiss the microphone.
Just put your lips on it and talk.
No, I just put River down for her light nap.
She has like 5 naps a day or something. She sleeps like 5 times a day.
Roughly, depending.
4 or 5. So she's sleeping.
Sharing is not caring in this circumstance, Jeff. Believe me, the last thing I want to do is get River sick.
Well, I just been noticing symptoms now, and I've been kissing on her, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, she's gonna eventually. Babies always get that first cold, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna be fine.
Oh no, Ron, you have a cold now too.
Where? Oh, probably.
Sorry.
It probably was something in the fish poop that you watched that short. Jeff King calls them sharts, and that would probably be a short. That fish poop short. Fish poop's clean. It's like cow manure.
Pound that vitamin C, D3, and zinc, Ron. It helps.
Yeah. Maybe.
It helps if
Stay
you take it.
hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated too.
Orange juice helps. I drink orange juice. I keep forgetting to look at the camera. I keep looking up at the screen, and it's mostly just so I can see the chat. I was just talking about that.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of that too.
Mm-hmm. So how was your Monday, Katie?
Very slow,
Yeah?
not really productive.
Well, that's fine. You need rest. Did you have fun over the weekend making food? I was telling him, you were watching that, I was telling him about how you and your mom, like...
Oh, yeah.
are-
It was fun.
Am I wrong about the tension? Or is it
No,
just
there's
like-
always tension in my kitchen because she's upset it's not her kitchen and she can't find anything. Every year this happens.
She made some kind of, I don't know, a couple comments where it was like ooh, I don't want to get involved with this. And it wasn't like controversial or anything like that. It was just like, I could sense like it turning towards me, like if I was getting in the way or something, like moving stuff. Like I had to walk through because like to get to our bathroom, you have to walk through the kitchen. And it's like,
Yeah, and then you add that many more people in the house and everybody's got to use the bathroom or go out the door.
yeah. You don't want to feel that your life is in danger because you need to use the bathroom. It's not that bad, but I don't know. It got to me, for me, I just didn't want to add to any frustration because I can't imagine trying to cook what you girls cooked in that amount of time in our kitchen. It's not very spacious. There's very little counter space. Especially with the 10-gallon tank on the island.
Yeah, that takes up quite a bit of room.
Yeah,
Last year we didn't have it there.
it's all right. It's going to change. So
Yeah.
I'm going to build a new rack. I think that's what I'm going to do. Instead of that metal thing, that would be more useful as a working bench, either here or out in the garage, because I'd like to do woodworking spot out there and just build a custom rack for some of the tanks that we have over in that corner. So far, I've successfully turned our workbench into a fish rack, but I'd almost like to have that workbench back to be able to, cut tubing or do stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause there's always work to be done out in the fish room. I don't like doing it on the floor.
No.
So many innuendos in this
Mike's got the
episode.
cold now too.
I don't mind doing it on the floor, but there's more comfortable places to do things.
Okay. That got a little weird.
That's why I need you, Katie. See, I'm setting it up this way, so if we look at each other, turn and look. On screen, it should look like we're looking at each other. I'll get a better camera. We'll have it. It's growing. We're
It
doing
works.
pretty good.
It works. That's all that matters.
Yeah. 50 minutes and 40 seconds in, we got 15 people watching, and I'm so glad you are. I almost hear like echo still on this.
I think you just naturally echo.
Do I?
Yeah.
I sound like this normally?
Well, not quite that profound.
Where am I? Hello? Oh no,
You're in the future.
time shifting again. Oh no. I didn't want to do that. All right, get rid of that. Mike's here. Mike, did you get a head cold
He
from
did.
last night?
He did. Started feeling it this morning. Ron felt it yesterday. Man, I didn't realize it was that contagious, guys.
It's so contagious that you could get it through a live stream.
I guess.
I'm sorry for everyone here. You're now
Well,
gonna
their
be
temperatures
sick.
are going out of whack, so it's cooler for them.
Yeah.
Like it dipped down really cold here, so.
To me, I
But-
think it's about the furnace filter inside.
Well, it's part of it. I thought it was an allergy attack at first until I realized somebody was actually sick on Thanksgiving that came over, so.
Yeah, but you were feeling that way before she showed up, so I think
But I don't
indoor
go
allergies
anywhere.
are a real thing.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying it's not a head cold and allergies, but
Yeah, especially in the colder areas where in the more airtight we try to make stuff, indoor allergens and contaminations we have more toxic air in our homes than outside with like the pollution from smog and stuff. Sometimes our indoor air can be really bad. That's why I'm so interested in spider plants
yeah.
and other things, but it's definitely cold. 56 degrees there. Vibes. That's man, I feel so bad for you. Aww. I wish it was 56
That's
here.
kind of shorts weather here.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, eh?
Ron said that's probably how he got his cold, is they had 14 visitors on Thanksgiving.
It's 31 where Mike's at.
That's a heat
21
wave.
this morning. What was it for us this morning? The other morning was like 18.
It was about that when you left, and by the time I got up with River, it was about 20.
The wind was blowing so crazy the last few days.
But
Even-
tomorrow we're supposed to have a clipper, excuse me, a clipper system come through, and the temps are supposed to go down again.
Well, somebody told me that at work that they were going to go up into the low to mid 30s, like it's a heat wave.
It's supposed to, and then drop again.
Yeah.
So it's like 15 below wind
Well,
chill.
It's December now, and just to be expected. There's not going to be any more 40-degree days. If there will be, I'd be surprised because I don't think this winter is going to be warm at all.
Last year on Christmas, it was 52 degrees here, and we were all outside, no coats, enjoying
Yeah.
the sunshine.
That doesn't happen around here very
and we didn't
often.
have any snow either.
That was nuts.
I wouldn't mind a brown Christmas again. I've got the Yule log going on in the house for background noise for River.
Dreaming of a brown Christmas. just like the one we had last year. When we go out in tank tops with a beer. Stared at your little sister's rear. What?
Mike says you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah. Greasy black peel.
Well, hopefully tomorrow and the rest of the week it'll get better.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll always get better. And then get worse. And then better and worse. That's life. And I just want to make a goal, like I always do during our live streams, is put some more content out there. It may not be the best content in the world. It may not be highly polished. But I'm going to put some stuff out. And you're going to like it. You're going to watch it. And then tell me what you think about it. If you could. If you got time. Multiple personalities. What is that, schizophrenia?
No,
Maybe
there
not.
is something called multiple personality disorder.
Okay. Well, I have that too.
Schizophrenia.
We have that too. It's nothing to laugh about. That
No, it's not.
identity theft is real, Jim. All right. Now what?
I have to sneeze.
Well, then should I mute you?
Yeah.
I'll mute myself too, because I'll wait till... She doesn't even sneeze loud. It's like a... You ever had, like, one of those cats and they have... What's that disease that cats get where they... Oh, distemper? You know, when there's like... That's kind of what Kitty sneezes remind me of. You need your distemper shots, do you?
Maybe.
I will administer them to you. What is this? Garcia Aquatics is here?
Again.
Look who's back. They do have good ideas sometimes, don't they?
And then
They seem like a good idea at the time anyway.
Ron wants to know, is that anything like multiple tank disorders?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I can have probably close to 20 voices spoken throughout the house
Mm-hmm.
in a day, and that's just by Jake.
What about the ones in your head?
Oh, I'll reply to you,
Oh.
but that's different. Mine are cognitively there.
That's weird. I don't know what that's like. It must be amazing. But when it comes to multiple tank disorder, how is that the same? Because we both know that if we go to any place that sells fish or aquarium stuff, we both look at each other and say, no more fish. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
You caved on the last one.
We haven't been there in a while.
Not since River was born.
We don't need to right now.
No.
We're dealing with some Endler guppy, Endlers, and hopefully some more angels. I gotta get our breeding pair out. Oh, that was the other thing. I want to get that bottom tank. What are you laughing at?
Mike, your house is haunted too. Wait, what? You know, it's funny you should say something like that, Mike, because it's quite funny between myself, my mom, and Jake when we're here in the house with River, and she's sleeping. We have her on camera and we're watching her. We know she's sleeping, but we swear we hear baby voices in the house, and there's no other baby in the house.
Yeah. I think that's just in our own head because we're constantly listening for that and we know it. So that if something vaguely even hits that frequency of it, like a squeak, and it just happens to be around that same tone, it's like, is that River? Seriously, did you hear that? No, shh, 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 shh. Shh. No, that was just like a dog up the street.
Except for
Neighbor's
that
dog,
one
yeah.
day I came outside and she was sleeping and I had the camera and I swore I heard a baby like screaming and crying, and it was around the age that she was. Well, there really was. It was just up the street.
That's weird. Way's here. Hello, Sam. So it was just Sam. Just Sam sitting outside your window, whispering little things and screaming in the middle of the night.
That's kind of freaky.
Everyone needs a Sam outside their window. Especially when they're looking for a fright.
She's starting to wake up, I think.
Yeah. Well, it has been an hour. We've been trying to keep these down to an hour.
Thanks for coming, Sam.
How about, just for the fun of it, for the people that missed it, unless somebody wants to throw another super chat sticker up there, I'm not going to ask for it. This is one on us. Yep. This is the last one. Otherwise, a special little video from future Jake.
Ooh, thank you for the super chat sticker.
It's just scary. All right. Where are you going? Are you listening? Yeah, she's awake. Gnawing on her hand, throwing up gang signs. That's what babies do. We thank you guys for showing up. All of our subscribers, all of our members, thank you very much. All of our friends, all the newcomers, consider watching our channel.
5 just gave you one.
Did he?
Yep.
Where?
Hang on. I'm trying to get back in.
I got him. And then I got played again because the last one was on me. Yeah,
Down.
they do this at the end. You're trying to leave and like, no, you can't. You go play that again.
Ooh, thank you for the super chat sticker.
Love it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Sorry I came in late. And hopefully nobody else in the house gets sick.
I ordered 50 more of these today because they came up on special, even though I haven't given many of these away yet. I'm going to have a decent stock, so I just want to, like, get them out to people. So email me with a mailable address. Email us, I should say. It's just because I keep track of the email, so I say it like that. But anyways, email a mailable address to this email here that you see at the bottom of your screen, and we will send you out a sticker. So that's going to be our goal for this week. There's people in here, Jamie, Branton, that we promised stickers in the past and haven't gotten around to do it, and it's going to actually happen this week. We're going to send out a mass mailing of stickers to all of our friends. There's a lot of people that we already have addresses for through correspondence, so you'll be getting them as well. And it's just something cool, you know? Stickers are awesome. They still are. And stay tuned for future video where we put together our sticker poster. All the stickers that we've received, we're putting together a poster board so that we can hang it on the wall, show it in our videos, show the respect and the love back to our friends in our friends' channels. So thank you guys very much again. And that's all we got.
Bye, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
everything.
For everything.
Gay and Jake got a case of the Mondays. Heading to Hagen Hill, where the sign plays. Aquariums looking fresh with the fish and plants. Turning work weeks slumped into dance plans. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. High in the design, breaking Monday spells. Fish in the tank, swim my jingle bells. Plants on the walls, green